Hey everyone, welcome back to Poplar Preparedness. I got a hard one for you. It's going to be hard for two sets of people for sure. And it's about forgiving the unprepared. If you're a prepared person and you've taken pains to make sure that you and your family are ready for storms to come, and you're concerned about your neighbors around you and you've warned them, family members, you've warned them, and they just haven't listened to you. Perhaps they've laughed at you. I've seen enough of your stories, and I understand that. They may think you're crazy. They think you've gone overboard, and they don't take you seriously at all. And you're thinking, when the storm comes, they ain't getting anything from me. Ouch. Perhaps you're on the other side of the equation. Perhaps you're saying, these preparedness people, they're crazy, and I'm not going to prepare. And you're hearing that perhaps some of the people in the preparedness community is saying, if something happens and I've warned you and you've just laughed it off and you come to my house, you're not getting anything. And for you, that may sound very hurtful and like, why do you hate me? Like, you're saying that if I'm hungry and you have food, you won't give me any. So I understand that this video is going to hit numerous people and hurt. So first off, let's start with that second group. If you're in that second group and you haven't prepared, or maybe you've laughed off other people and who are taking preparedness relatively seriously, maybe you're just kind of watching this video for kicks and laughs, and I know some people do that. Some people are like, look at this crazy people, and God bless you, and I hope you learn something. I hope you get entertained. All right, but if you're in that group, it's real what people are saying and what people are feeling. It's the truth. People who take being ready seriously, when you mock them and when you cut them down, it's hurtful. It's hurtful because they've expressed concern for you. They want you to be all right. They want you to have what you need. And so they've warned you. They've stepped out of their shell and done that for you, and you've rejected that. Sometimes there's more going on in a relationship than what seems to be going on in the relationship. And when someone's expressing concern for you and you laugh that off, that can be very, very hurtful. So yes, in the comment section of these videos, I've seen lots of people say, I've warned them, I've tried to help them, but if something happens, I don't think that I'm going to help them. I've tried. And it is what it is. So you need to be aware of, if people are trying to build up their relationship with you or reach out to you, even if you don't agree with everything that they're all about, you need to hear what they're saying, and that is that they care about you. And you need to express back, I don't really necessarily take this as seriously as you, but I care about you too. And I want the best for you as well. So that's for that second group there. First group here, okay. Take off your shoes because I'm going to tread on your toes, okay? Do you love these people? That's the first bit. Do you love these people? If you're a Christian, you should. It doesn't matter who they are. You should love them. We're called to love everyone. Now, maybe you're not a Christian and you don't feel much love for neighbors down the street or people in your community that just really aren't doing anything to be prepared, and they're just living frivolous lives, and you really couldn't care fly and flip for them. All right. But let's address that first, of people that you care about, that you love, family members and such. Maybe they've laughed you off. Maybe they've said, don't worry about that, and if that happens, I'm just going to come over to your house and, Love with people involved is always messy. It's the truth. How many things have you done for people that you love that you didn't want to? You definitely didn't want to. We do things for people we love because that's what love is. Love is sacrificial giving for people that you care about. So, if you truly love these people, and they're just not going to be prepared, I'm sorry. There's just no way around it. You need to be prepared for them. Is that fair? Nope. Nope, not fair. And you need to put a smile on your face about it. That's just truth bombs, okay? I'm sorry, but that's the truth. If you love them, let's just be honest. When they come knocking on your door in the middle of a crisis, you're not going to turn them away. So you need to be prepared for them. Now, does that mean that you give them everything that you have? And maybe not. Maybe you need to just stock up some more rice and beans and make sure you have rice and beans to give them. Maybe not your good Keystone canned meats. I don't know. Maybe you need to have seed packets that you give them so that they can start growing their own food, and you give them rice and beans to keep them on their feet until that time. I don't know. But let's just be realistic about it. Let's stop the posturing. Let's stop being emotional about how upset we are. I understand how upset you are. I feel you. I don't completely understand because you're you. I don't want to lessen what you're feeling, for sure. But let's be honest. If they come knocking at your door, are you going to turn them away? And if the answer is no, then you need to be prepared for them. And again, that's not fair. I understand. Is that reasonable? No, that's not. That's rough. But we prepare for what could happen and what probably will happen. And if there's a crisis, that's probably what's going to happen. And so suck it up, buttercup, and do what you got to do. Expand your preps and account for the people that you're gonna take care of. So what about the people that you don't care about? We talk a lot about security. We talk a lot about not talking about what you're doing and not putting it out there, and that way people don't come and knock down your door and take all your stuff. And that's all valid. That's very valid. Make sure you don't have all your stuff in one place. If you can, dig some caches and hide some of your stuff a little better than just putting it in your basement or such. But what is your responsibility to the people? Do you love them? Again, we're talking about strangers, your neighbors, people in your community. Do you love them? Because if you do, are you really going to turn them away? Or are you going to give them something? And if you're going to give them something, you need to plan that into your preps. Right? You need to stock some extra then. If you are going to give them something, when you see a family with a small child that is starving, if you feel like you would just turn them away and no problem, whatever, well, hope you stay on your side of the town, because I don't know if I want to hang out with you, really. But we're not talking about then. We're talking about right now. If you care about them, if you care about general humanity, are you going to stock a little extra for other people? I understand some of you are struggling to stock for you and stock for your family. And that should take priority, absolutely. But if you're there already, or if you're getting close to there, or if you're planning things out, I strongly urge you, if you're a caring, compassionate human being at all, you should stock some extra. In that day, you will probably have to choose who you give that extra to. And you're probably going to have more takers than what you have. And in that case, Hard choice is going to be made. And that day you may wish that you had a little extra. Is that fair? Nope. Not fair at all. If these are the people that are driving down the street in $90,000 cars and they didn't even put up some food for themselves, is that fair? Nope. Not fair at all. Nobody ever said life was going to be fair. And in all of this, again, I want to change the perspective of I'll have to give some of mine up, or they're not getting any of mine, or I tried warning them and they just didn't do anything and blah, blah, blah. Your feelings, I get them. I get them. But you need to forgive them. And I suggest you start forgiving them now, because I hear in the comment section sometimes a lot of bitterness, and that will eat you up. In hard times, things are just going to be the way they are. And you just need to accept them the way they are. You need to try to change what you can change. You need to do what you can. But when the SHTF happens, when things go down, when the grid goes down, you can't save everyone. You're just physically not going to be able to save everyone. But are you going to try to save some? I hope you are. I hope you do. Not just for their sake, but for your sake. Because we're not meant to just survive. The purpose is not to survive. The purpose is to live. To truly be alive. And to be alive means that we help each other. Am I preaching? Yeah, I am. At the very least, you need to let go of the bitterness. Yeah, people have said hurtful things to you. I get that. You've tried to help people and they've rejected you. They haven't just rejected what you've talked about, they've rejected you. And I get that. And you need to forgive them. Are your toes bruised yet? Hopefully you're taking what I'm saying to heart. Hopefully you haven't just clicked away. If you're still watching, you haven't clicked away. And I don't know if that's because you're just frantically typing in an angry comment below. And go ahead, feel free to do that. I forgive you. Life's too short to be angry, to be upset. If you guys want to take it out on me, that's fine. Just don't use curse words, because they get deleted. Actually, they don't even get posted. I have some filters to filter out S words and F words, so just if you ever use those words and your comment disappears, I am the reason on that one. If they disappear for other reasons, that's somebody else. But forgive them. Forgive the people that have hurt you. Forgive the people that are going to hurt you. Forgive the people who are going to take advantage of you. Doesn't mean you're all right with it, but it means that you're not going to dwell on it, and you're not going to try to get like revenge, that you're not going to try taking it out on them. That's what forgiveness is. Are you going to trust them? Maybe not. Are you going to be able to help them in the future? I don't know. Maybe not. There are consequences to choices that we make, and they may have some serious consequences for choices that they made. But are you going to try to intentionally hurt them? That's what I'm talking about. That you have bitterness in your heart because you want to hurt them. And that needs to be released. For them, yeah. For you, much more so. I hope you hear what I'm saying. Forgive the unprepared now. Let it go. Move on with your life. Do what you can. Be honest about what you're preparing for. Be honest about what you will do when the trouble comes. I know that I won't be able to turn people away, so I'm stocking extra. That's just the way it is. Is it all fancy stuff? Nope. It's a lot of rice and beans, and it's the cheap beans too. Why people say, why do you stock pinto beans? And I say, because I can stock more of them than I can of the black beans. And when you're buying in bulk, it adds up. So I just stock a lot more not so great food, but I'll have some to share. And I'll have some hand soap to share, and I'll have some bar soap to share. I'll have a lot of stuff to share. And I'll just trust the Lord to kind of see us all through it. Easy answers? No. Hard answers? Yep. God bless you. Have a great day. Steve Poplar, out.